Did you know this egg yolk makes real paint? And this recipe has been around for centuries. It dries ultra matte, it bonds to the surfaces, and it creates that old world finish modern paint just can't replicate. This isn't a craft experiment. This is a historical paint method that's still relevant when you want something that looks kind of aged, authentic, and intentional. So let me show you the recipe. Egg tempera has been used since the 1200s on furniture, artwork, murals, and once it's dry, the egg yolk hardens and permanently bonds to pigment on the surface. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to make it, how to tint it with household ingredients, and how to seal it properly so it's stable and durable. This one's really cool. For this recipe, we're going to use 2 eggs, and I'm going to mix in a couple different pigments so we can see how it looks on a piece of wood. And what we want to do is you want to crack the egg, and we only want the yolk. So we're going to just transfer this back and forth until we get all of the white out of it. That looks pretty good. Try not to break the yolk. We want to keep it intact. Okay, I'm going to set it. We're going to set it in that little dish there. And let's do another one. I'm going to save the egg yolks. I'll take it upstairs after I finish filming and we'll make some meringue. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because we don't want the membrane of the yolk. So we want to, let's just use a paintbrush. We're just going to break through that membrane and then just pour that yolk into the dish. Keep as much of that membrane out as you can. What you want to get the membrane off, because if you don't, you might have your paint crack a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. And there we got some membrane left over there. Let's get this other one. We're going to crack through the membrane, pour the yolk again. Easy peasy. And this is something really fun just to experiment with and try different pigments in the yolk tempera paint. Well, I might have got a little bit of the membrane in that. Okay, that's good. So now we have 2 yolks from the egg. I'm just going to clean up a little bit and we'll be back. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of water into the egg yolk. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vinegar. This helps preserve the paint, and it also kind of discourages mold, which really isn't a problem, but it's just an extra precaution when making this. And then you're just going to take a fork, whisk it really well. You don't want to whisk it so hard that you kind of introduce bubbles. You just want to mix it together, get that water and that vinegar and that egg yolk all mixed up. Okay, now here comes the fun part, adding the color into this binder. This is called a binder now. And there's so many possibilities. I'm just going over a few of them and the ones that I love. Instant coffee, tea, a little bit of acrylic paint, food coloring, mica powder, spices, paprika, beet juice, things that you can find in your house that have a natural dye color you can put into this binder and create a paint color. What I'm going to do first, the one that I love the most, is instant coffee. So you just want to take a little bit of that binder. And of course, you're just going to use these same portions and increase it if you need to for a project, if you're doing a bigger project. And we're just going to add some instant coffee into this and a little bit of water. You can make brewed coffee really dark and add that to the binder. The same thing that you would do with a tea bag. Brew it really dark and then add it. So we're just going to incorporate this all together. I'm going to show you a couple different ways. We're going to do some, maybe we'll do some food coloring and we'll do some acrylic paint because that's something that everybody has in their craft room alongside of this coffee. Now this is just going to take a few minutes for that instant coffee to dissolve. I'm going to keep stirring it and we'll be back. We have it all mixed together. You want to have it kind of like a heavy cream texture. That's so you know that you have enough pigment in your egg yolk. And then you just paint with it. It's that easy. We'll show you what the lovely coffee color looks like. We'll do a couple colors all side by side so you can see them. Some other things I just thought of that you can use as pigment: old eyeshadows, old blush or bronzer, sidewalk chalk. If you've got some laying around, you can crush it up and you can use that as a pigment color for this recipe. You want to put on a layer, let it dry completely, and you can layer up from there until you get the color that you're looking for. Okay, let's go on and do some acrylic paint. We're going to add some of that binder. And we'll just add, you don't need very much, just a couple drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what this brings. Gonna wipe off my fork on my apron. It's better than my clothes. And mix it together. You can see it's turning that green. Still pretty thin, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. And you're asking, well, why don't you just use acrylic paint? It doesn't have the same texture. It doesn't have that matte, chalky look that this tempera paint has. Of course, hundreds of years ago, they used the spices and the tea and the coffee to pigment this tempera. We're kind of cheating today using some acrylic paint and some food coloring, but that's what we have. So we're going to test it. Okay, here's with the acrylic paint. And we're just going to paint it on. And let it dry. This green's probably going to have a second coat. Almost looks like a DIY stain. But like I said, you can layer it up until you get the color that you want. And while we're going, let's do a little bit more. And let's use some food coloring. Let's do a blue. Put a couple drops. I bought these and they are so hard. I keep them in my craft room and it's so hard to get the gel out of them. You have to have such strong fingers, but we're making it work. Okay, a couple drops. Wipe on the apron. Stir it together. Oh, this is a beautiful turquoise color. Oh, look at that. Mix it together till it's like a cream consistency. Wipe it on the apron. That's how we roll around here. Oh, look at that color. I love the blue. Love it. Love it. I have enough room to test another one. What are we going to do? I've got, what if we did, I'm going to have to come back. I need another little container. I'm going to rack my brain and we're going to get something else to put on the end here. I think what I'm going to use is some cinnamon so we can show you something that works from spices, which what they would have used years and years ago. I've just got the binder, egg yolk. We're just going to add some cinnamon. That's probably about half a teaspoon. We're going to mix it all together. We want to add the cinnamon until it's like a cream consistency. It's going to be a lovely brown color. And it's going to smell lovely too. I actually went up to my pantry and I grabbed a bag of curry because it's so vibrant yellow. And I got thinking, probably not a good choice because it's going to smell like curry. So I opted for the cinnamon. I would love to know in the comments where you guys are watching from. It's so fun after the video has went live to go down and read all of the comments and see so many people that I got a little bit of the membrane in that. We don't want that. And see how people are watching from all over the world. So head to the comments right now before you finish watching and let me know where you're watching from. This is a really nice kind of almost like tan color. It's very pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, because everything I think needs a second coat, I'm going to dry it, put on a second coat, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. And there is 2 coats. I really love the look of this. This tempera paint, it kind of soaks into the surface, unlike a latex paint or acrylic paint that kind of sits on the top. Almost gives a little bit of like a stained look. And it's really fun to kind of play around with. As far as using this up, I usually only make what I need for a project because it doesn't store really well. If you put it in a sealed container in the fridge for maybe 24 hours, it would last. And then after that, it would just have to be thrown out. Now, the key thing with this is it needs to be completely dry. I know people are going to go into the comments and they're going to say, critters are going to eat at it because of the egg. As soon as it dries and we seal it up, it's not an issue. So this is completely dry. You want to seal it with like a polyacrylic sealer, Mod Podge, a spray sealer, something to seal it all in. I only have this is a clear semi-gloss. So if you're doing a project where you want kind of that rustic feel, I wouldn't use a semi-gloss finish. I would go for a matte, but I don't have any matte right now. So this is completely dry. We're going to seal this all up. And we'll be back and we're going to show you the final results of our DIY egg yolk paint. And there we have it all dry. We've got our coffee, our acrylic paint, our food coloring, our cinnamon. Now the cinnamon did leave a little bit of a texture, but I really like that actually. It kind of gives it that rustic feel. And remember all of those other things that we can use for pigment. Just use your imagination, mix some of this paint up. This recipe has been used for centuries, and when it's made and sealed properly, it's stable, it's durable, and it's beautiful. If you enjoyed learning traditional methods like this, let me know in the comments and I'll share more. And if you love this video, YouTube thinks you're going to really love the next one as well. So click here and we'll keep crafting together.